The rich man's son who learned the true meaning of wealth. People often believe that money is everything. They think expensive houses, luxury cars, and designer clothes are the true signs of success. Ethan believed the same. As the only son of one of the richest businessmen in the city, he had everything he wanted. Every morning he woke up in a luxurious bedroom, surrounded by comfort and luxury, believing life was always meant to be easy. One afternoon, while riding home with his father in their luxury SUV, Ethan looked through the window and noticed a teenage boy named Daniel selling bottled water under the burning sun. Daniel smiled politely at passing drivers, hoping someone would buy a bottle. Instead of feeling sympathy, Ethan laughed loudly and pointed at him. "I'd rather die than live that kind of life," he said. Daniel heard the words but quietly continued working. Ethan's father said nothing, but the disappointment on his face revealed everything. That night, Ethan's father decided it was time for his son to learn a lesson that money could never teach. The next morning, Ethan woke up inside Daniel's tiny house with a leaking roof. There was no air conditioner, no comfortable bed, and no servants waiting for him. Breakfast was only bread and tea before Daniel's mother handed him a heavy tray filled with bottled water. "If we don't sell these today, we may not have dinner tonight," she said gently. For hours, Ethan walked through crowded streets under the hot sun. His feet hurt, sweat soaked his clothes, and many people ignored him completely. Some laughed at him, while others chased him away. By evening, he had earned only a few small notes. For the first time in his life, he understood how difficult it was to survive without wealth. Although Daniel's family struggled financially, Ethan noticed something surprising. Every evening they laughed together, prayed together, and appreciated every meal, no matter how small. One day, Daniel saw a hungry little child sitting alone on the roadside. Without thinking twice, he gave the child his only lunch. Ethan stared in disbelief. "Why would you give away your food when you barely have enough?" Ethan asked. Daniel smiled and replied, "Kindness is the only thing that grows when you give it away." Those words remained in Ethan's heart for the rest of the week. When the exchange finally ended, Ethan returned home a completely different person. Looking around the mansion, he realized that luxury without love felt empty. He turned to his father and quietly said, "I thought we were the richest family in the city, but Daniel's family has something we never had." His father smiled and asked, "What is it?" Ethan answered, "Love, gratitude, kindness, and peace." A few weeks later, Ethan convinced his father to cancel the purchase of another expensive sports car. Instead, they used the money to build a free learning center for children from poor families. Daniel became one of its first students and worked hard every single day. Years passed. Daniel graduated as an engineer, while Ethan managed his father's business with a completely different mindset. Together, they stood before hundreds of smiling children at the opening of a brand new school built for underprivileged families. Looking at the crowd, Daniel smiled and said, "One act of kindness can change someone's entire future." That day, Ethan finally understood that true wealth is not measured by the size of your house or the money in your bank account. True wealth is measured by the number of lives you change. Now imagine you had $1 million today. Would you use part of it to change someone else's life? Tell me your answer in the comments.